Hey, Mr. Mike here. Today I'm going to share with you the top 10 ranked songs from the year 1969 that never made it to the number one spot on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. These rankings are according to the US Billboard Year-End Hot 100 Singles as found on Wikipedia. These songs were good. These songs were popular, and these songs sold a lot of 45s. Maybe you even bought a couple of them. But for one reason or another, they never made it to the number one spot. And for each of these 10 songs, I'm going to share with you a few bits of musical trivia about the song and or the artist that you may or may not know. And all these trivial facts are also compliments of Wikipedia. Thank you, Wikipedia. Well, before we get into today's video, I hope you will give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and new subscribers to this channel are always welcome. I do not monetize this channel. This is a retirement project for me. First, let's go through the 17 songs from 1969 that didn't make it to the number one spot, along with their year-end rankings according to the US Billboard Year-End Hot 100 Singles ranking. Our first number one song in January of 69 is I Heard It Through the Grapevine by Marvin Gaye, came in 88th. Crimson and Clover by Tommy James and the Shondells, came in 10th. Everyday People by Sly and the Family Stone, came in 5th. Dizzy by Tommy Roe, 6th. Aquarius, Let the Sunshine In by the Fifth Dimension, 2nd. Get Back by the Beatles, 25th. Love Theme from Romeo and Juliet by Henry Mancini and his orchestra, 15th. In the Year 2525 by Zager and Evans, 26th. Honky Tonk Women by the Rolling Stones, came in 4th. Sugar Sugar by the Archies, came in number 1. I Can't Get Next to You by the Temptations, number 3. Suspicious Minds by Elvis Presley, number 18. Wedding Bell Blues by the Fifth Dimension, came in number 40. Come Together /Something by the Beatles, came in 85th. Na Na Hey Hey Kiss 'Em Goodbye by Steam, did not chart. Leaving on a Jet Plane by Peter, Paul and Mary, did not chart. And our final number one song to end December 1969 is Someday We'll Be Together by Diana Ross and the Supremes. Again, it did not, along with the other two, come in the top 100 songs for 1969. Well, these were the 17 songs from 69 that did hit the number one spot that kept other good songs from becoming a number one. And I made a video of these 17 number one hit songs, link in description below. There were gaps in those rankings, so let's fill them in with the top 10 charting songs from 1969 that were good, but not quite number one. Our first top song in 1969 to never hit number one on the charts is Hot Fun in the Summertime by Sly and the Family Stone. Wikipedia says that this song is a dedication to the fun and games to be had during the summer. Remember those summer days when you were younger? I certainly do, and they were fun. I could boop, 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 boop when I wanted to, because I was out of school. Rolling Stone ranked this song number 247 on their list of the 500 greatest songs of all time. I would have ranked it number 246. This song was the overall number 7 song for 69 and made it to number 2 in October of that year, only to be topped by I Can't Get Next to You by the Temptations. Our second top song in 1969 to never hit number one on the charts is I'll Never Fall in Love Again by Tom Jones. Tom Jones was born Thomas John Woodward in 1940. He was made an officer of the Order of the British Empire in 1998 and was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II in 2006 for services to music. This song was written by Lonnie Donegan and Jimmy Curry and first released by Donegan as a single in 1962. In 2019, Donegan's son Peter auditioned for The Voice UK, in which Tom Jones turned his chair for him. Jones, when finding out who he was, performed an impromptu duet of this song with Peter. This song was the overall number 8 song for 1969 and made it to number 6 in September of that year.
I'm never gonna fall in love. I mean it.
Our third top song in 69 to never hit number 1 on the charts is Build Me Up Buttercup, Don't Break My Heart by the Foundations. The Foundations attracted much interest because of the size and structure of the group. There was a diverse ethnic mix in the group, with members having backgrounds of West Indian, white British, and Sri Lankan. There was also diversity in age, with the oldest member of the group, Mike Elliott, who was 38, and the youngest member, Tim Harris, who was only 18 years old and barely out of school. This song was the overall number 9 song for 69 and made it to number 3 in February of that year. Our fourth top song in 69 to never hit number 1 on the charts is One by Three Dog Night. One was written a year earlier in 1968 by Harry Nilsson. Three Dog Night, who performed the best-known cover version of this song, at that time consisted of singers Danny Hutton, Corey Wells, and Chuck Negrin, Michael Alsop on guitar, Jimmy Greenspoon on keyboards, Floyd Sneed on drums, and Joe Shermy on bass guitar. Chuck Negrin is the lead singer on this song. 34 different singers and musicians have been a part of this band since 1968. This song was the overall 11th song for 69 and made it to number 5 in June of that year. Our fifth top song in 69 to never hit number 1 is Crystal Blue Persuasion by Tommy James and the Shondells. Here's what Tommy James says about the title of this song, and I quote, "I took the title from the book of Revelation in the Bible, reading about the New Jerusalem. The words jumped out at me, and they're not together. They're spread out over 3 or 4 verses, but it seemed to go together. And it's my favorite of all my songs and one of our most requested." End quote. On the other hand, at the time of this song's release, there were several popular types of high-quality blue-covered LSD tablets in circulation, which led some listeners to assume James was referring to acid. Religion or drugs? You decide. Or maybe it's just a great song. This song was the overall number 12 song for 69 and made it to number 2 in July of that year, only to be topped by In the Year 2525 by Zager and Evans.
persuasion. Yeah.
Our sixth top song in '69 to never hit number one on the charts is Hair by the Cowsills. The Cowsills are a family band from Newport, Rhode Island. The band was formed in early '65 by brothers Bill, Bob, and Barry Cowsill. Their brother John joined shortly thereafter. After their initial success, the brothers were joined by their siblings Susan and Paul, along with their mother, Barbara. This family band inspired the 1970s television show, yeah, you got it, The Partridge Family. This song, Hair, was the most successful single for the Cowsills. Hair made it to number one in 4 different countries, including South Africa. In the U.S., this song was the overall number 13 song for 1969, but only made it to number 2 in May of that year, only to be topped by Aquarius, Let the Sunshine In by the Fifth Dimension. Our seventh top song in 1969 that never hit number one on the charts is Too Busy Thinking About My Baby by Marvin Gaye. The song was first recorded in 1966 by The Temptations. Well, their version did not chart. Marvin Gaye's version of this song was Gaye's second biggest hit of the 1960s. After I Heard It Through the Grapevine, which was a number one hit for 7 weeks. Too Busy Thinking About My Baby had sales close to 2 million records, which is quite impressive, and was the top-selling R&B single of the year. All instrumentation on this recording was provided by the Funk Brothers, the band who performed on most of Motown's recordings. This song was the overall number 14 song for '69 and made it to number 4 in June of that year. Our eighth top song in 1969 that never hit number one on the charts is Get Together by the Youngbloods. This band consisted of Jesse Colin Young, Jerry Corbett, Lowell Levinger, and Joe Bauer. This was this band's only song to break the Billboard Top 40. So I guess we could say they were a one-hit wonder. The song is an appeal for peace and brotherhood, presenting the polarity of love versus fear and the choice to be made between the two. This song was the overall number 16 song for '69 and made it to number 5 in September of that year.
Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now.
Our ninth top song in '69 to never hit number 1 on the charts is Grazing in the Grass by the Friends of Distinction. This group was formed in 1968 in Los Angeles with original members Floyd Butler, Harry Elston, Jessica Cleaves, and Barbara Jean Love. The song was an instrumental hit for Hugh Masekela a year earlier in 1968. Harry Elston, one of the original members of the group, added lyrics and released their version here in 1969. The song was the overall number 17 song for '69 and made it to number 3 in June of that year. Our 10th and final top song that I'll cover here for 1969 that never hit number 1 on the charts is Proud Mary by Creedence Clearwater Revival, CCR. The song was written by CCR's vocalist and lead guitarist, John Fogerty. Later that year, R&B singer Solomon Burke released a cover that reached number 15 on the Billboard R&B chart. Ike and Tina Turner also recorded a cover of this song in 1971 that reached number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100. Did you know that CCR never had a number 1 hit song? Never. Proud Mary was one of 5 CCR songs to hit number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. This song was the overall number 19 song for 1969 and made it to number 2 in March of that year, only to be topped by 2 songs, Everyday People by Sly and the Family Stone and Dizzy by Tommy Roe. There they are, the top 10 hit songs from the US Billboard Pop Charts from the year 1969. Oh, what a great year to never make it to the number 1 spot. So which one, in my musical opinion, is my top song from the 10 songs that were good, but not quite number 1? Well, let's do a recap of those 10 songs. Ready? Hot Fun in the Summertime by Sly and the Family Stone. I'll Never Fall in Love Again by Tom Jones. Build Me Up Buttercup by The Foundations. One by Three Dog Night. Crystal Blue Persuasion by Tommy James and the Shondells. Hair by the Cowsills. Too Busy Thinking About My Baby by Marvin Gaye. Get Together by the Youngbloods. Grazing in the Grass by the Friends of Distinction. And Proud Mary by Creedence Clearwater Revival, CCR. My favorite, even though I'm a big, huge CCR fan, I chose Crystal Blue Persuasion by Tommy James and the Shondells. Why, Mr. Mike? Well, memories of my high school prom. And we'll just leave it at that, okay? And it's on my iTunes playlist, and it should be on your iTunes playlist too. Well, what about you? You're at a diner, and there's Joan Jett, and she's telling you to do what? To put another dime in the jukebox, baby. So, which almost number 1 song do you play? Leave your favorite song in the comments below. Well, I hope you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, revisiting hit songs from 1969. Come back again when I take us through another year in rock and roll history and look at the top 10 hit songs from that year that never made it to the number 1 spot. Well, this is Mr. Mike, and I will see you next time in our next exciting episode of Good, but not quite number 1. And remember, music fans, play your music loud.